Alright guys, we are in the 777-300ER, and today I will be showing you how to start it up. So let's get into the video. So the first thing to do is just going to be to turn on our battery. So we'll just go to our overhead panel here, and you can see there it says electrical battery, and we'll just turn that on. You can hear our test going off, so now our screens will be turning on. The next thing to do is just turn on our secondary external power unit and our primary external power unit. So you can just click those on also. So turn them both on. Alright, you can see our screens are now on, everything is on. Now we can go ahead to overhead panel again, and now we can start up our APU. So turn it, so it says it's on APU off right now. You can turn it on to APU start, and it'll immediately click back again. So now our APU should be starting up. You can hear it's coming on. Alright, so the next thing to do is just going to be to go to overhead panel, and where it says ADIRU, it says it's off, we can just go turn that on also. And that's basically our primary flight computers to turn on. Next thing to do is just turn on our seatbelt signs to auto. And also we can go to overhead panel, and where it says the Emperor lights, we can turn those on too, or turn them to armed. And there we go. You can see our computer primary flight display is now showing the right thing. Now we can go ahead and just turn on all of our fuel pumps. So we just click all those on, just like that. Alright, now we would be ready for pushback. Alright, our pushback is now complete. We can now put on our parking brake, so when we start up the engines, we just don't start rolling. So we can put our parking brake on. And now we can go to our overhead panel here, and we can go to where we found right underneath where we found the fuel pumps. There's a few pumps. Here's the engine control panel. So now we're just gonna go engine 1 to start. And now we can immediately go down here, and we will immediately turn on our left fuel pump to continuous. Alright, engine 1 is now started. Now we can go on to engine 2. Let's go to overhead panel again, to the engine control panel, and we will just turn this one to start mode 2. We can just go down to where down here again, and put that one to continuous, or to run is what it's called. And now once both of our engines are now started, we can go to our overhead panel again and we can just turn off our APU, because that will no longer be needed now. And that, guys, is how you start up a 777-300ER. See you on the next video.